So we're running around at buybacks here, checking out the GameCube games. Wave Race Blue Storm, $11, not bad. Nice clean copy. You can see right next to it there the Beautiful Joe series. Don't actually think I own Beautiful Joe #1. $15. We'll wait till the end of garage sale season. But just wait. Wait for it. Wait for it. Pokemon Coliseum. Wow. $62? That's a good one. On to the next store. This is dumb. Yeah, this was cool. Somebody turned in some N64 games to half-price books. They all have their manuals and these awesome game cases. Unfortunately, Seth Jacobs wrote his name on all of the manuals, and I have all these games, so we'll leave them there. Still cool to see, though.
What is going on, people inside the internet machine? Welcome to episode 61. And I need to get another light because I can see the shadow right there, and I don't really like it. All right, see if we can get this straight. All right, guys, here we go. Another pickup episode. So the first thing we did this week was I saw this guy had these PlayStation 2 games on Craigslist, and he didn't really know what he wanted for them, so he said make an offer. So I said, how about $10 for all four? And he said sure. So I met him, picked him up. First game, Madden 2004. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. It's complete and in mint condition. I will say this: these games are all in mint condition. Basically, I was going to throw that one away or whatever because I'm not going to play it. But yeah, so basically, I paid $2.50, but discounting that one, $3.33. Next one was X2 Wolverine's Revenge. I actually thought this game would be a little bit better. I watched some reviews on it, and it looks like it's horrible. So maybe a bad purchase there. The manual's got a ripple in it, but it's the case. The case, like, it's not a PlayStation case. It's like a DVD case, so the space isn't big enough for the manual. Whatever, it's enough time with Wolverine. Next one, X-Men Legends 2. Definitely happy to have that. I think I have this for the Xbox. I think I picked that up at a garage sale this year. And to be honest, I would rather have all these cross-console games on the GameCube first, and then on the PlayStation second, and the Xbox third. So I might actually get rid of my Xbox copy of that. And the reason why I bought the lot, I would have paid $10 probably for this game alone. It's a game I've actually never seen in the wild or at a retail store or anything like that. And I'm a huge fan of this franchise too. Aliens vs. Predator Extinction. Again, for the PlayStation 2. And that one is mint condition. Jeff McKenzie would be impressed about how mint that is. This isn't a first-person shooter game or a fighting game. This is a like a strategy type game, like a Command and Conquer type game. So definitely excited to get in and play that because, like I said, I'm a huge fan of the franchise. All right, so today I thought this was actually pretty cool. Hit up the thrift stores, saw this. It was $2.92. For some reason, it says $3.50 on the side, but she only charged me $3. Guys, this is a Tiger Electronics play-by-play talking baseball game. And I tested it out. It works. Let me turn this on.
The first inning.
Bottom of the first inning. See if we can hit one. Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong side.
It's a hit.
That's a trip, man. I smell an episode of Let's Play the Classics coming on because I love this thing. Now, we had a ton of these Tiger handhelds when we were kids, and most everybody did because they made them for every single franchise that came out. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. 1987, Tiger 2-player, talking play-by-play baseball. And we're going to find a spot for that somewhere. So I hit up the store that I normally go to on Mondays. I'm trying to remember. I think today was Blue Tag and let me cheat. I think it was blue and orange today. So didn't really get any good deals for 40 cents. Now it was half off. So we got it for 20 cents. We got this sealed package of Batman magnets, which I thought was kind of cool. So we'll find something to do with those. Maybe give them away. By the register, this is kind of weird, random. By the register for $6. And some Game Boy games in here. So the first one is, I'll just open it. First one is Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship 2004. See if that'll focus. And then I really bought it for this game here. It's a copy of Super Mario Bros. Deluxe for the Game Boy Color. Still like a $10 or $12 game, so we'll flip that. And then my son's a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'll probably just give him that game for free. Or chores or something. I don't know. I'll think of something. All right. So then I could see when I was standing outside the store waiting for it to open, I could kind of see in. And they had some Xbox One games, but I couldn't really tell what the titles were. There was 3 of them. They were $6 a piece, and they were kind of sitting there like this. And one of them was NBA 2K. Who cares? And so yeah, we picked up 2 Xbox One games. First one is Marvel Superheroes. That one is complete in there with the manual. And the other one, actually pretty surprised to see. Let me make sure the download code isn't showing. A copy of Titanfall. So, if you're an Xbox One person and you don't have any of these games and you want to trade for them, let me know. Because a while back at a garage sale, I picked up Rabbids Invasion and Brothers for the Xbox One, and I put them up on Craigslist for like $20 for the pair, and I didn't have anybody offer anything for it. So if you're interested in maybe these 2 games, and let me see if I can find them. There they are. In the doubles drawer. Yeah, Rabbids Invasion and Brothers. So if you're an Xbox person, Xbox One, and you don't have any of those games and you want to trade for them, let me know. I'm sure we can work something out. I don't have an Xbox One, so those are just kind of sitting around taking up space. Okay. So last week when I went to the thrift store, you guys saw I picked up this bad boy right here, Mario Superstar Baseball Factory Sealed. They had some other GameCube games, and I just brushed over them because they were sports games. Today I went back, and I was like, well, I'll just check the cases. $2, All-Star Baseball 2003, Mario Kart Double Dash inside. Guys, that's like the 3rd, maybe 4th time that has actually happened to me, where I've checked a game that was like a sports game, and there was a copy of Mario Kart inside. I think what I'm going to do with this one, because this is in really good shape, I think what I'm going to do with it is I might go on eBay tonight and see if somebody's selling just the Mario Kart Double Dash with the bonus disc, but without the game. And I might buy that just so I can have that little variant. If not, I typically sell those disc only for 20 bucks. So, all right. You guys saw in the last piece of hunting footage there, we went to a thrift store. I hadn't been there in a couple of weeks. They had a bunch of Xbox 360 games. A lot of common stuff. You know, nothing too impressive. But for $2.99, $3, picked up a copy of the Orange Box. That one is complete. Very nice condition. I actually have 2 of these up for trade or sale now. So this is the second one. Those things are good for 10, 12 bucks. So for $3, kind of making 4 times your money on it. All right. So this is kind of random. So I've been to this auction house a couple times. They've got Nintendo 64 games in there. And basically it's like a huge case, right? They're cases. They run the auction house and people rent out these cases. And they're 75 bucks a month. And they just fill it with whatever shit. And then they put the price tag on it. And then there's some kind of arrangement between the antique place and the owner about how much percentage they're going to get. And I knew they had some N64 games in there from last time, but they were sports games and they wanted like $5 for them. So I was like, you know, I haven't been there in like a month or two. I'm going to check. So I go in there and they still have the same games in there. They're $5 a piece. And kind of like next to it, but like kind of behind it, but a couple down, you know, so just like next to it. I saw this in there and I had a $15 price tag on it. And I certainly wasn't going to pass it up because, as I said before, I'm a fan of this franchise. But we picked up Predator 2 in very nice condition for the Sega Genesis. Definitely awesome to see that. That one will be going into the collection, I think. Complete with the manual. The only thing is the manual's got a little crease in it right there. But other than that, yeah. This game still goes for like 25 or 30 bucks. So to pick it up for 15 bucks, I thought it was a deal. As I was looking on eBay, it looked like it was about $16, $17 just for the cartridge. So extra $5 or so, and we'll pick up the case and the manual. So yeah, definitely cool. Cool to get that. All right. So earlier this week I did a trade. So let me go grab the trade stuff. Okay, so this is what happened. My son had one of his friends over, and I still had all that shit from the garage sales from last week, you know, all that Nintendo and Super Nintendo shit. And he's walking by, and he's like, oh, check that out. And that Game Boy Advance was sitting there, that fire red Game Boy Advance SP. So he says, hey, ask your dad if he wants to trade for this or wants to sell or whatever. And I said, yeah, I'll trade for it, bro. What do you got? He's got, like, games and stuff, but he doesn't play them. You know what I mean? Like, it's basically his shit from when he was a kid that now he doesn't even really want. So, yeah. So, I said, send me what you got and let me know what you want for it. So he sent me some pictures of stuff, and I said, well, I'll take that game and, you know, that game or whatever. So, first game, we traded for a game, like I said, Game Boy Advance SP with a charger and either a copy of Mario Kart Super Circuit or $10 cash. So he took the $10 cash. He didn't want to play Mario Kart. He wants it so he can play Pokemon and Fire Emblem. So we got ourselves a black label copy of Final Fantasy VII. All 3 discs are in there. However, it is missing the manual. And the front plate there's won't hold the discs. And make sure they don't fall out. There's disc 1, and disc 2, and disc 3. So, we got that. And then, he had another game that I wanted, but it was missing a disc. So he was like, well, I have this if you want this. And it is a very dirty copy of Donkey Kong 64. I don't know if you can see how yummy that is. There it is. Oh, and it's got a little writing on there. And then on the inside, I did clean it and test it. But inside there was so much dust that the dust was actually cresting outside of the cartridge slot there. So I had to clean that up. Took a while. I'll take the whole thing apart and clean it before I sell it. But you figure for 20 bucks, I sold him like $40 worth of stuff. And then that's like 50, but I'm going to have to spend 10 on a manual. So it ends up kind of being even. And he goes, hey, I got this other stuff. I don't want it. Do you want it? Just to have. And I was like, sure, if you're giving it away. So the first thing was 2 PlayStation 1 controllers, One with the analog sticks, one without the analog sticks. So, yeah, definitely happy to have those. Throw those in the old collection. You never know when you're going to need them. I thought this was cool. The Final Fantasy VII demo disc. That's the second one of these that I have. This one's actually in really good shape, so I'll probably swap that out. Croc, The Legend of the Gobos, just the disc. Resident Evil 2 for the PlayStation. I think this is actually my first Resident Evil game for the PlayStation, so I don't want to pay retail for them. So, but anyway, missing the disc 1, but it does have the manual, which is nice. And it also has disc 2 in there. Actually, let me check, make sure it's not behind there. Nope. So, Resident Evil 2, missing disc 1. So if anybody has disc 1 and wants to trade it, sell it, or donate it, let me know. This is the game that I wanted to trade for it. But again, it was missing disc 1. Star Ocean for the PlayStation 1 there. Again, missing disc 1. There's the manual. Very nice condition. And there is disc 2. So, check. Yeah, really nice condition. So, I went to Best Buy today. Not Best Buy, I'm sorry. I went to Buybacks, and they sell these double cases for $1. So I bought 2 of them. One to replace the Final Fantasy, and one to replace the Star Ocean. Now, I did order something off of eBay. And I think it was Madsengaming. I'll put it down here. Excellent seller. I already pre-opened this stuff, but this is sort of how you pack, right? You wrap everything up in bubble wrap, and then you stick it in the bubble wrap mailer. So, great job to you, sir, and thank you. Like I said, I already opened it. But the first thing that was in there was the Final Fantasy VII manual. So I think I got that for $10. I think 10 or 11 bucks. The shipping was crazy. It was $3.99 for shipping. And then, of course, I couldn't not order it, guys. Picked up disc 1 for Star Ocean. So we have a complete copy of Star Ocean and now a complete copy of Final Fantasy to add to the collection. So, yeah, guys, I think that's going to do it for now. What is going on, guys? Before we leave today, I did pick up some late week pickups that I wanted to get in this video because next week we are going to the Atari Computer Enthusiasts of Columbus convention. So I want to make sure that we have a fresh slate of pickups for that. That's on a Saturday, so we'll hit up garage sales and stuff too. So that'll be awesome. My friend Brett Hamilton that I work with, I was actually at the range on Wednesday. I was doing some rifle instructing, kind of things like that. And so I didn't go to work until Thursday night. And he was like, hey man, I found this stuff at Cashland Advance. So, are you interested in any of it? I said, yeah. These first 2 items I'm going to show you, he picked up for $1 each. So, I gave him $5, so he made a couple bucks there. First one, this is pretty cool. A racing wheel, wireless racing wheel for the Xbox 360. It's pretty awesome. Got the trigger buttons on the back. So, that's pretty cool. Looks like it will work with flying games. Like, it'll look real good with flying games. All right, so he picked up an Xbox game. I've been looking for this one for a good price for a while because I don't know if you've heard 10 times this episode. I'm a huge fan of this franchise. Picked up Predator Concrete Jungle for the original Xbox. The cover art looks awesome. The back art looks awesome. The game is complete. And I just don't know if the game is any good. I've watched a couple reviews online. I guess it looks okay. Sort of like third-person mission-based mode, that kind of thing. So yeah, so for $5 we got those. Not bad. I think that racing wheel thing still sells for like $15. So we'll test that out, and if we don't want to keep it, I guess we could probably just sell that. But all right, so he went down there. Okay, kind of a long story. So when he went down there and he bought these 2 DSs, he got these for like $15, and he sold them to me for $20, which is a great price. But while he was down there, he picked this up, a 3DS Nice condition. Comes with the stylus. He brought in the wrong charger. He brought in his DS charger instead of the 3DS charger that goes with this, but I know where he works. So we'll get it out of him eventually. But he bought this for $20 for almost a brand new 3DS. He always wanted to upgrade to a 3DS XL. He actually did upgrade to a 3DS XL, so he paid $20 for this. He sold it to me for $25. So what I did was I gave him the bro price on Luigi's Mansion, missing the manual. Gave him $15 on that, $10 cash, and like I said, he better bring in that charger, or you know what's gonna happen. A little bit of that. No, I'm just kidding. Seriously though, if you forget to bring in that charger, man. Anywho, like I said, Atari Enthusiast Group of Columbus, Atari Computer Enthusiast Group of Columbus convention next week. And the reason I wanted to show you guys this, because the weekend after this weekend, I guess, he got these at, like I said, Cashland Advance, and they're having like a clearance sale, new management, and she apparently wants to get everything out of their storeroom, everything out of storage, because it's all been sitting there for years, and the prior management, they were like hoarding stuff, like they would never come down on price or whatever. So I asked Hamilton, I said, well, go down there and ask them what they want for PS3 and Xbox 360 consoles. And he texted me and he's like, oh, they want $45 for these consoles with controllers, cables, 7-day return policy, all that shit. So I said, son, go ahead and buy all the collector's editions. Buy the collector's edition Xbox 360 and PS3 consoles. And he ended up buying 3 of them. For himself, he picked up the God of War, the red PlayStation 3, $45 with the controller and everything. And then he also picked up a Call of Duty Xbox 360 edition, special edition. I don't know if that was Black Ops or Ghosts or whatever. But he kept that for himself. And then he picked this up and he asked me if I'd try and resell it for him. It is the Halo 4 Xbox 360. Works real nice. It's pretty cool. It's got a blue light. And then it makes like this weird sound, like when it opens and closes. And it did come with the controller, the Halo 4 controller, which has got this light blue with the metallic finish to it. So yeah, so he asked me to sell that. I've been trying to sell that for a couple weeks. I had it at 120. Now I've got it at $100. But anyway, we're starting to ramble. I'm pretty excited about the Atari Computer Enthusiast Group convention. So let's end this episode. Get ready for the con. This is rambling way too long. See you guys. Bye.